Hi everyone, welcome to Get Ready with me, Louise. So I'm kind of excited today because I purchased something new that I need to know. Should I have? Probably not. But it intrigued me enough to know that this is not a new launch. It had launched a couple months ago, I'm pretty sure. But it's still considered new. But I wasn't for sure on it, and I had to place an order on the Tarte website, so I went ahead and purchased it. So I want to tell you about it because it is still available, and there are some discounts going, so I just want to tell you about it. So what I had purchased was the Maracuja Juicy Eye and Cheek palette. Now, y'all know my favorite palette, besides the Christmas of 2022, I think, that Christmas edition. Love those two palettes. That was probably my favorite. Is this, the Tarte Lick Juicy. I have the biggest one. It came out again at Christmas. I never bought the other one. So this is one of my favorite palettes. Because why? It's my color story. Love this color story. Love the smell of it. Love everything about it. And I was recently using creams just to see how I felt about them. Not a big fan. Like, they're okay. I think there's definitely a point and a purpose to them. But I do prefer powders. But I was using the Tarte bronzer and stuff. So this little palette here, look how pretty the packaging is. It's gorgeous. I love this pastel color. And I do think that this is something for definitely spring and summer even. And the looks that you can get out of this are great. Now, if you're my skin tone, you have a contour and two blushes. One peach, one pink. That's the name. Contour, pink, peach. I'm wearing the contour and I'm wearing the peach today on my cheeks. And then we'll use the eyeshadow in a moment. But for my foundation, I'm wearing the Lancome Care and Glow. One of these days I'll figure that one out. Yep, I got it right this time. Care and Glow. For under the eyes, I'm wearing my Nude Stick Concealer. I set under the eyes. I didn't set the rest of my face though. Okay? I still haven't set it. And I don't think I'm going to because I want to see how well these wear. It's not very tacky. I mean, there's a little bit of tack, but not much. I think that it's not a cream to powder, but they're just very easy to work with, to be fair. Like, I have zero experience, and I was able to use it, not be scared of it. Again, if you are, you can always pick it up and then take your brush and put it against your hand. Whatever you want. But I didn't have any issues. I didn't even do that. I just literally put it on the brush, put it on my face, and it blended perfectly. It's even. It looks really nice, to be fair. It's not, like that, because it is a little bit glowy. It is showing a little bit of texture, but nothing major. For highlighter, I pulled out my ABH highlighter in Perla, the Liquid Glow. I don't even know if this is still available, y'all. I got this free whenever I purchased something from them, but it's kind of pretty. I'll give it that. It's kind of pretty. So that is what is on my face. For lipstick, I'm wearing the Makeup Forever in M103. I just popped something on. I am wearing the Sigma Under Eye Corrector, and I was wearing the Conditioning Lip Mask. Love both of these. I think those are underrated products. They're my favorite products, I think, from Sigma now at this point. Just saying. I love their eyeshadow. I love their brushes. But I'm telling you, there's two things there, like, are giving me something to think about. Let's just say that. But let's get started on the eye look. I will say that I looked at this palette, these eyeshadows, and compared them to my big palette. My bigger palette has the color Orchid in it and the color Grounded. But those colors do not match up to the colors that are in this. Just so you know. They're like similar, but they are not exact. So I don't know why they did that. By no means. But let's get started. So the first thing I did was I put my eye primer down. I'm using the Sigma Ignite. And then I used this shade Petal right here to just set it down. Now we're going to go into the shade Rose to start. I think this is just a nice little palette with everything in it. I really do. It's sort of like the Natasha Denona palettes that have this stuff. I would have preferred to see a highlighter in here, but I like the fact or maybe even 3 blushes, to be fair. Even though I like the contour shade, for me, it wouldn't work for everybody. But they could have a peachy, a pinky, and like a plum, a berry, or a mauve, or something like that in there, so that you had different looks you could go for, and it'd still be universal for everyone. Because obviously that contour shade's not going to be universal for everybody. It builds up a little bit, but nothing, if you're my skin tone or lighter, maybe even a little bit darker, you could get away with it, but after that, it's going to be a no. So I do, or I wish they would have had a way of keeping the eyeshadow the same, but you pick your 3 products down here type of thing. I think that could go further in the long run than, but then I get it, you're assembling upon order, I suppose, which could be a little bit more, a little harder to do unless you own your own facility, I suppose. Or you could just ship them and then the customer could pop them in even. That's a thought, maybe. Like, if there's a will, there's a way to create anything, and that's my idea. Or my thought process to it. Now we're going to go into the shade Iris, which is right here. And I'm just going to start darkening it up now. I will say the look was really easy to create. And it is pretty. I don't think the metallics in here, though, I'm going to be honest, aren't as metallic as the other palettes they've come out with lately. Still pretty. It's not necessarily going back to their old formula, but it's not their newest formula of metallics either. It is a little bit more subtle, but not as subtle as it once was, type of thing. And I love Tarte, so I can live with this. I don't necessarily regret this purchase. I thought I would, because the shadows were different than what I was used to. And then, but the creams, once I realized the creams were working for me, then I was like, okay. Because in my head, I thought, well, if the creams don't work, the shadows will be wonderful, But did I need it? No, I didn't. Okay, now we're going to take the shade Desert Rose and just put it in the outer portion here to darken that up. I'm using Sigma brushes today. Put my Natasha Denonna's away for a little while. It hurt. I washed them and put them back in their little Natasha Denonna container, but man, I really enjoyed playing with those brushes. Her brushes, I like the shape of them, to be fair. And they were soft and everything I need. But I also like to play around with brushes to see. And I can always go back because, they're just right here, so it's not that big of a deal. Okay, we're going to take that Desert Rose and run it under the lower lash line. I did put the Fake Awake cream shade in my waterline. I think I'm going to put this up on a Sunday because technically this has nothing to do with the alphabet. I'll use it again probably though when I get to Tarte, unless I decide to go with the Christmas collection, which is a possibility because it is my favorite. But I did want to play with these creams because surprisingly I like them. Maybe I need to be getting into creams. But the thing with creams, I feel, is they go bad so much quicker than powder. And I know I'll never use it all, you know? Okay, now we're going to go into the shade Cherry Blossom, which is right here. And then we'll pick it up and put it all over the lid. See how soft that is? Like, their newer metallic formula, no. But that's how soft it is when you first apply it. But it's still pretty, don't get me wrong. But I like them more of this area, you know? So I did have to build it up quite a bit, I'm not going to lie. But it did build up nicely, and it built up pretty quickly too. By patting it on. I didn't get any fallout. I probably could have used my finger, to be fair, and got more payoff, but you know me, I like to use brushes. I think I need a little bit more, and I have it built up where I need it. There we go. Perfect. It is a pretty look. Can I get this look out of the palette I already have? Yes, I can, for the most part. We're going to go into the shade Pearl and pop it in the inner corner. Making sure to get it to fall out. No, I didn't. Okay. And then we're going to take the shade Grounded, which is right here. And I'm using a different liner brush. I know, I'm trying it out. And we're going to line the top lash line and the bottom lash line with it. Just pushing it into the lash line. Yeah, I just don't like these angled brushes. I don't know why. That rougher brush just makes this so much easier for me. And quicker, to be fair. That I just think it's the best brush for someone with hooded eyes and not a lot of lid space because it's just so tiny. This brush might be good for doing a wing, but I don't do wings, so got it stamped where I needed it stamped at. Okay, now we'll go back into that Desert Rose shade that I used on the lower lash line. And then for mascara, I'm wearing the Bad Gal Bang in the brown again. Trying it out still. So far, so good. I think. We're hoping here. Because I do like this color. And I do like the way it makes my lashes look. And it is a hot one out today. And I do have to go out. So we'll see if it holds up. I was going to do black mascara. And I just thought this made it look more everyday. You know, just a quick look out the door, go to the grocery store type of thing. But look put together. Obviously, you don't have to wear makeup to go to the grocery store, but you know what I'm saying. It'd be a quick look to go to work in. Because everything's right here. It makes it easy. And I really do like the way everything applied. Like, it really impressed me. Because I was really thinking I was going to struggle a little bit. Considering, you know, I don't really play with creams. But it was pretty good, easy formula to work with. And my brushes I used were... Well, I used the Sigma for the contour. And I used Real Technique for the blush. And Real Technique for the highlighter. So, I mean, it worked out pretty good, I think. And I think this is a nice palette, especially for like someone that's like a no makeup type of person, because you could easily use your fingers. Like, you could do a one shadow look out of this palette. They've got a couple of shades in here that could do that for you. There's just a lot you could do. Of course, at the end of the day, your look is going to lean more pinky, because that is the way the Juicy palette is to begin with, which works for me. You know, I don't have any issues with that. So, but all in all, I think it turned out really pretty. I highly think this palette is just beautiful, packaging wise. It's nice, it's sturdy, it's slim, compact. It's going to slide in nicely. I don't regret this, but if you have the Juicy, you might not need this. You could always buy these things separately. But if you don't have the Juicy and you were still thinking about it and you like this color tone, then I think that you're getting a little more bang with your buck. Especially if you want to experiment with like creams and stuff. And it has a nice size mirror in it. And it's a nice mirror. It's a really nice mirror, actually. And so far, the creams didn't lift up my foundation or anything like that, just so you know. Yeah, I mean, I really don't have anything bad to say about it. I'm pretty impressed. But we shall see how it wears, and I will let you know by the end, you know. I'll leave it in the description on how this wore. Because, A, I'm curious about the mascara and how it wears, and I'm curious about these creams. With me not setting it and going outside and sweating, because I sweat, like I said. I don't glow, I don't glisten, I sweat, okay? Pores. So, I will let you know in the description box if it held up or not. But, yeah, it is pretty, especially if, you know, just hanging around the house in the AC. So, let me know if you purchased this. What is your favorite cream products, too, for blush and bronzer? Just curious. Let me know, and I will see you in the next one. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, ring the bell, hit all. That way you're notified when I upload. I do upload every day but Sunday, unless I'm just filming or there's a new launch. But yeah, that's all I have for today. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, stay safe and stay healthy. Bye.